Welcome everybody, Sharp Bets Fantasy Sets, Week 14. Can you believe it? I'm actually shocked it's been going on this long. I'm shocked all of us have been together this long. Thanksgiving, hope you all had a wonderful one. I know I did because the Cowboys won. Congratulations to the New York Red Bull on making the MLS Cup for the first time since 2008. Highlight of my weekend. So let's do a little roundtable here. We'll start with, we're just talking about it. Tim, your Jets, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm still here. I don't know how. I sound better than last week. I know that. Thank God. I could
Yes.
finally swallow and not be in pain. So I'm going to have some late Thanksgiving dinner right after this. But my Jets suck. They look great for one quarter, and then back to the goddamn Jets 3 quarters in a row after that. I got no excuses anymore. They just stink.
So,
That's
quick
it.
question. Do you think you'll honestly die without seeing a Super Bowl?
God, no. So I mean, someone's going to win a Super Bowl this year, or you mean my team? Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
team.
Yes, yes, yes. No, the Jets will win in my lifetime, guaranteed.
They will.
Yep.
They will. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. Sir, your Niners, man. I'm sure nobody's mad about it, but it looks like the wheels are falling off here.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm saying like the injuries are starting to pile up. That Madden curse, bro. It's real out there. So it
Yeah,
is what it
well,
is.
or Brock Purdy's just turning back into Brock Purdy. But
Nah, I mean, hey, man, listen. I'm saying like he's about to get some bread in the offseason, but it is what it is. It happens.
would
It's all
you
right.
pay him? What would you pay him? Would you give him a DAC contract or no?
No, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't even give Dak that contract. So that's like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, would
I
you make
mean,
this mistake?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't pay him 60 million, but like he's gonna get something.
Okay. Nas, how you doing? Do you guys have a bye? I don't even know if the Patriots play anymore.
No, we played. We lost to Indianapolis by one in the Super
Oh,
Jersey.
right. Like when they
Good
should have went
progress,
for two.
man. I
Yeah.
told you guys. I told you guys the first week we did this show, we will not finish last in the AFC East, and I'm standing on it.
It's close, man. It's actually really fucking close. It might actually come down to the game. The Jets play you one more time?
No, we lost twice, didn't we?
Oh, you lost twice,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Okay.
1-1. Yeah.
Oh, 1-1. You're
Oh,
right.
you're
Yeah,
right. You're right. You're right. You are right. Yep.
forgot about that. So, wow, it's gonna come down to the wire here. Mike, your Bills. How you doing, man? Flying high.
Flying high, man. That game was. I did not think San Francisco could not play in the snow. I mean, I think Purdy's played in the snow before. It seems like he has not. But yeah, I mean, Josh Allen, that play that Cooper threw back to him, I probably watched over 500 times already. That's one of the best plays I've ever seen in my life. But I mean, just because it was so spontaneous, like that was not planned at all, and it was just it was perfect play, and it was just a perfect game. You know, Josh Allen played well, and the Bills played well, and the Niners. I don't know what they're going to be doing now, sir. I don't know if they'll even make the playoffs, but I think you guys got a pretty easy schedule coming up. I think, but yeah, the Bills are looking real good right now, looking good on the AFC. Hopefully, we make the first seed.
I just have to say you're probably a little biased about that play because I mean I think we've seen a lot of better touchdowns in our lifetimes. So
Come on, you guys are not going to say that's not one of the best plays you've ever seen.
the Randy Moss
No.
pitch back was probably better the one year. I think it was at '03. I forgot who he tossed it back to when he was getting tackled, but it was a fun play. Fine, enjoy your snow
Yeah, but
game.
did it happen in the snow in a blizzard?
No, it doesn't have to for that to happen. Whatever. I mean, if that was Patrick Mahomes who scored, I think he'd be singing a little different too.
I was gonna say Travis Kelce literally pitches the ball once a game, but
Yeah,
who
but
cares?
that's to a receiver, not to a quarterback.
You know what? Enjoy your win, Mike. Just you got every right to gloat. And my Dallas Cowboys are stupid, and they're probably going to win 8 games this year and completely ruin a draft pick. But there's still hope. If they could get to 7-7, they got Washington one more time, and with the NFC, 9 wins might get you in that final wild card. And I know you're thinking, do I think the Cowboys can make a run? No. If they get the 7 seed, they're going to get their doors blown off probably by the Eagles and Lions again. But however, at this point, your draft pick is your draft pick. It ain't going to change much. So personally, I just want more football, and I'd rather get in the playoffs than lose. I'm at that point. So let's see what we can do at Cooper Rush. All right. Oh, by the way, it's good backup quarterback to have. Let's get to the MVP talk one more time, because with Lamar Jackson losing to the Eagles, I'm gonna start with Nas here. Is this Lamar Jackson MVP train over this year? Does he have any chance at 8-5? Or are you just willing to concede it's going to Josh Allen or Saquon Barkley?
No, I don't think I wouldn't say necessarily over. I mean, he has a bye this week. He comes out the next 4 or 5 games and put on a performance that, and then everybody's gonna be back on the train saying how he is the two, like how he will be back in the MVP talk. So I don't think necessarily it's completely over, but this Eagles loss did take a toll on the whole MVP thing.
Would you give it to Josh Allen or Saquon right now?
Saquon.
Tim,
Josh Allen.
okay. Do you think the Lamar thing's completely over now? No more MVP.
For the time being, yeah, turn into a two-person race. Like Nat says, I feel like the MVP talk changes week to week, right? We were just like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. It's like, oh, Jared Goff, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna throw 5 picks real quick, and all right, we're gonna get on Lamar. All right, I'm gonna lose. All right, we're gonna get on so and so, and then Barkley's gonna have a bad game, and then you're gonna be like, oh, it's got to be Josh Allen, and then every team throws up a stinker, and the Bills are eventually going to do that in a game that doesn't matter. They're not going to need, and we'll be around again. But for right now, Josh Allen has to be the front runner for MVP.
Sir, Lamar talk over now. We can move on and just get to what he really needs is the playoffs. And who cares about this MVP?
I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty much over. But like I said, if it's going to go Josh Allen because I don't think MVP is going to running non-quarterbacks because we've seen better years from running backs and they didn't get it. So,
But I don't think Josh Allen's year is that much greater than Saquon as like Peyton Manning's was that year, even though Adrian Peterson had that year. Like this is more neck and neck. You know what I mean? To where if Saquon actually, which he's on pace for here, to beat the record, and the Eagles go 15-2 and get a 1 seed. I don't know, man. I'm thinking I would vote for the running back here. Same and the Lamar thing. I'll get to Mike. I think he's having
yeah,
technical
yeah.
difficulties.
No, I mean, I can see Saquon getting like offensive player of the year and Josh Allen
Why
getting
can't it be the opposite?
Just saying,
Listen,
very rarely do you see MVPs go to non-quarterbacks.
if he breaks the record for
Right.
the most yards or most yards from scrimmage or most touch, whatever it is, if he breaks those records and doesn't get the MVP, then just change the name.
I agree.
Change the name of the. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm with you because especially since Josh Allen lost to the Ravens, right? So and they're in a weak division, which let's be honest, it is what it is. But it just sucks that Saquon's having this year because this
So
is
the
Josh.
Eagles are in a good division.
No, they're in a horrible division.
Yeah.
But I think Saquon, with the undervalue of a running back and him having this year, I think it's a good thing for running backs. And if you break a record of some sort as a running back, like I just think it's closer than people say. And that's all.
I agree. Are the touchdowns there? Does he have any like a lot of touchdowns? I don't know. That's that.
I think he has more than McCaffrey had last year at this.
Okay.
He'd probably end with 20 around there.
Yeah.
But Lamar, I think, is done because if they don't win the division, they already lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Eagles. If you don't win the division, it's hard to even justify, no matter what the stats are. So, Mike, you are you going to be upset if Josh Allen doesn't win it this year? Or you don't care. You're looking at the bigger prize.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bigger prize. I've told you guys many times I don't care about the MVP. I just give Nas crap about the MVP. But I mean, I do think that Josh Allen deserves it. I'm not going to cry if he doesn't get it because at the end of the day, MVP don't win you Super Bowls. And that's what the Bills need to get. I don't. You could give me 10 MVPs to Josh Allen, I'll trade it in for one Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm sure he would too. I'm with Tim though. If he breaks records and he doesn't get it, and Josh Allen doesn't end with like a miraculous stats, then just change the award.
Yeah, Scott. Right now he's got 11-2, 11 rushing, 2 receiving. Saquon has
13 total. Yeah, he'll probably end with like 17, and who knows who the fuck.
And if it wasn't for he can get to 20.
If it wasn't for the fucking tush push.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for the tush push, he would have the MVP right now. He would have probably 5 more touchdowns.
Right, exactly. Take your money out.
Well, Hurts has 4, so.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's talk to let's. Well, we were all either eating Thanksgiving meals, lunch, or getting Thanksgiving prepared, or waiting for the snooze fest, which was the Cowboys Giants, which ended up being the most watched game of the year, which is wild to me. The Bears were making one of the worst end of game plays of all time. Mike, I'll start with you. What was going through your head when there was 28 seconds left and they did not call timeout or do anything?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I saw the clock winding down. I'm like, okay, they're eventually going to call one. They ended up just not calling one. Caleb supposedly changed the play at the line with like 15 seconds left. It's like, how was not one person on the field calling a timeout? Like the coach can call a timeout, the players can call, anybody can call a timeout. Not one person called a timeout, and it's just shows how dysfunctional that team is, man. And it was pretty embarrassing. And the Raiders did something similar to that this week too.
Bad teams do bad shit, and the Raiders are proof of that. I can't believe they lost that way. Nas, worst play call of all time, worst clock management you'd ever seen in your young life. Was that up there?
Oh yeah, I'm with Mike. I'm just sitting there eating my food, and I'm like, all right, they're gonna call timeout, and you're gonna call timeout. Then they don't, and I'm like, all right, just put the Cowboys and Giants game on at this point. I don't even want to. Like, it's over.
Which is oddly, the three games were pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are the ones who shit the bed. Sir, you've watched football a long time. Is that the worst clock management you've ever seen?
I don't know about the worst, but it wasn't the best. Like, I don't know, man. But as you said, bad teams going to do bad things, and I mean, the Bears doing that didn't surprise me. And hey, as they said, Eberflus lost his job because of it. I'm pretty sure. So
Tim, that was very Jets-esque, right?
Yeah. So I read somewhere there was 1,500 other instances where teams were in the position that the Bears were in. 1,500 times they either called a timeout or got in to kick a field goal.
Oh my god!
And when I heard that, I'm like, if this gets out, he's getting fired immediately. And I think it was, yeah, if it was 3 hours later that the report came that they were firing him, I was like, makes total sense to me. Not even the Jets could do that, Scott.
No, they have the butt fumble on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is actually
How quickly you guys forget about that now?
I don't think we'll ever forget. All right, those are the games here. Gonna name coaches again. We did this 4 weeks ago, and our answers might be a little different. We had teams I gave you, and you said if the coach would be there next year, if they'd have a new coach. You guys were on point with the Bears and Saints. They didn't even last. And I believe Sir was right with his bold prediction. Dennis Allen wasn't even gonna. He'd be the first coach fired, right? And he was.
he wasn't the first, but he did get
Who was
fired
the
though.
first? Who got fired first?
So
I know it wasn't him.
yeah, solid.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah, Solid. Yeah, Solid got fired before he did.
Yeah, they left him in London, probably. All right, so I'm gonna give you 6 teams now. I got that. All right, let's start. Maybe just because of that whole shivering and the cold thing, Mike. The Dolphins, is McDaniel gone? You said yes last time. You still feel that way?
Yeah, the guy's a dweeb.
That's good enough for me. Nas, what do you think?
No, he won't be fired.
Okay, what's your logic there?
I just feel like him and Tua have a good connection. I mean, Tua, you got to remember, Tua got hurt, was hurt majority of the year, like a couple weeks. So I don't know. We're not going to
If this was New York, would he be fired?
for sure.
Yeah.
But it's Miami.
Yeah.
Bro, it does not look good as a leader when you're shivering on the sidelines
Yeah.
and the head coach at the first place is doing snow angels in the snow.
Right. Yeah. Well, Sean
I think
McDermott's
he'll be fired,
too.
though.
All right, sir. What do you think? You said no last time, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's getting the can.
Tim,
No, he's not getting fired. No chance.
I'm with Mike on this. I think he's gone.
Thank you. I was gonna say.
I think he's gone. The Raiders. Hear me out. If the Raiders draft Shador and they ask Dion to be the coach, will he go? Will he come with his son as the quarterback, Mike?
Yeah, ooh, that's a tough question. I don't see why not. Yeah, I would say. I mean, he loves the Raiders. Dion loves the Raiders. I could see that happen. Yeah.
Tim.
If he's asked to coach in the NFL, I think he's taking the job, especially if his son's the quarterback.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nas, what do you think?
No.
No, you're still sticking. He
No.
ain't listening. Nas is gullible. He's
Listen, I'll
college
give you this.
loyal.
I'll give you this, and I'll be honest.
Okay.
I feel like for him to go coach like a team, this will have to happen.
Mhm.
It will have to be both of his sons together, and I would say Travis Hunter.
That's a dude.
That's
What team's gonna
impossible.
suck that bad? Like,
That's. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. That's how I feel.
all right.
Other than
Well,
that, I don't think like today he just signed the number 2 quarterback in the
doesn't
country, a
matter.
class of
Doesn't
2025.
matter.
I don't think.
You're young, Nas. You don't. You have too much faith in these college coaches. You
I
haven't been
don't know
around.
because then we're gonna sit here next year and everybody's gonna say, "Damn, Nas, you were right." You.
I disagree. I think if a team, I think if a team wants him this year and he doesn't go, I think he will stay in college a few more years. I think this is the year he would come out
You
because his
don't think
son's
he
coming
was
out.
offered him already?
He would only do this for the Raiders.
I think he would do it for Dallas, but they want to be in the position to get his son.
Yeah, they won't. No.
Yeah, sir, what do you think?
Wait, I mean, I don't know if the Raiders my man, Mr. Pierce. So I don't know if they're going to like if he gets asked, maybe. I mean, but I don't know. I don't see it happening though.
I'm with Tim. I just think like if he wants a job, let's say 6 teams he wants to coach, offer him that job, he will leave college. If the fucking a shit team, like I don't, he ain't coming to the Jets. Like he will not take that job. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if there's a job he wants, he's taken. Like, so all right. Next team, the Dallas Cowboys. Mike, you've been pretty adamant that you think McCarthy might get a contract extension. What do you think?
Well, I mean, look, they just asked Dak Prescott about it, and he was like, he was backing the fact that he should get a contract extension. Do I think he's going to get one? No, but there's a lot of puzzle pieces aligning that he might get a contract extension, but I don't think he will now.
Yeah, and when Dave Campo was the coach and Jerry Jones said he was safe in '02, he was taking private jets with Bill Parcells to work out a deal while the season was still going on. Don't trust anything
Let,
Jerry Jones.
let's see what happens the rest of the season. You guys can make a run here.
Dak could leave with him if he wants to keep McCarthy. They could go to the Jets together. There you go. Sir, what do you think?
Hold up, Mike. What you expect Dak to say, bro? Like
Yeah.
if he says like you expect him to say, "Nah, man, yo, get him up out of here, bro." Like, come on, now. First he's going to say all the right things, but I mean, I don't know if the right coach comes calling. I think Jerry upgrades or just so to say, but I don't know. I can see him. I can see him moving.
You
He
really
could
could
just
see
leave it
McCarthy.
up to the owner. That's the
No,
owner's decision.
I can see Jerry Jones moving, upgrading and getting a better coach. But like,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't see McCarthy coming back.
Yeah, gun to your head, he's gone, right?
But yeah, I don't see asset. I don't see him coming back. I see him.
I don't even think it's 50-50. I think it's like 80-20 he's out the door. So, Tim, what do you think?
The right coach? You mean like Bill Belichick, who was there? Like, oh yeah, I'll coach Dallas. Like, nah, we got McCarthy. We're good. Honestly, if they make a run at the end of the season, Jerry's gonna keep him because I think he's so out of touch. It's like, what is he doing for me lately?
It's
And
a run, though.
if we're winning lately, then he's gonna keep him. It's the wrong move, but I could see it happening.
The only way I would legit keep McCarthy, I'll go last. Nas, what do you think?
I think he's staying. I mean, like Tim
That's
said, if they get anywhere from 500 to above, yeah, he'll be
He's
there.
a Super Bowl winning coach.
He'll be there next year. There's not like they're gonna go out to lunch, talk, exchange. Everybody's exchanging words, and like Mike said, he might get an extension.
Yeah, and then Jerry Jones will say I have to get up and leave, and then it'll leave McCarthy with the bill, and it'll say you're fired. No, no, I think the only way Mike McCarthy stays is if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. I'm not kidding. Or get to the Super Bowl. That's the only way Mike McCarthy's saying. If they go 9-8, 10-7, beat the Eagles as a 7 seed with the 2 seed, if they make one of those runs and get to the Super Bowl, he'll stay. Otherwise, I think he's gone.
So
Which
he might
is
as well
like,
leave now.
yeah, no, exactly. No, actually, I would, like I said, we had this argument. You don't fire midseason because then if the guy Jerry doesn't want to coach ends up going 5-0, now he's got a problem on his
Oh, you
hands.
did say that. You did
Right?
say that.
Because now the fans are like, dude, just keep him when he has his eye on somebody else. All right, the Giants. I've been adamant Brian Dable is gone. I don't care how good of a coach he is. If they go 2-15, 3-14, I think he's toast, personally. Sir.
Yeah, and I can see them clearing house. Like they said, they already got Daniel Jones up out of there. Like I can see them just cleaning house, and they're just rebuilding.
Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I really think the main problem is Sean. I think he's really mishandled that Barkley situation, and him being on Hard Knocks, on camera, you know, actually admitting to all that stuff. But I don't know. I think Dable is gone, but if do you think it's a package deal if they release it, if they get like they fire the GM, or if they fire Dable, do they fire Sean too?
They probably should because I just think every GM coach should be a package deal. Remember when the Jets once again fucked up with was it Tannenbaum and kept Rex? It just causes a whole fucking thing because that's not your guy and whatnot.
Yeah.
Nas, what do you think?
No, I don't think he's fired. I'm a big believer in Daniel Jones being the problem. So being that he's out, I feel like they'll obviously draft a quarterback this year, which will probably be either Cam Ward or Shador Sanders. And I think they'll start over. Like they'll start over for it. So I don't think he's out.
I'm curious if Dion would allow his kid to play for the Giants. Just curious there. Tim.
I would personally keep Dable. I don't think it was necessarily his fault. I just think Daniel Jones is a trash can. The fact that he got any sort of wins out of him that one year is still just a shock.
They went
Just
to
shocked me.
playoffs.
Well,
Yeah.
here's my logic with Dion and Shador. Like, obviously, I could be completely wrong, but who's the offensive coordinator at Colorado? Pat
Pat
Shermer.
Shermer.
He got dead dirty by the Giants when he was the only one who actually Daniels Jones had good years under. He could be in Dion's ear right now, saying like you don't want to work under this organization, blah blah blah. So I'd be curious if the Giants get the one pick if Dion puts like an Archie Manning block on it, just because Pat Sherman might be in his ear. We'll see though. The Browns, Nas, do they have a new coach?
No, I don't think so. Lately I've been on the Browns lately. Like I like the way they've been playing. Like obviously they lost yesterday, but on Monday. But the last couple of weeks, I really like the way the Browns been playing defensively. I don't think he's out.
Him.
Somebody said that Jameis Winston is the new Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I fucking love the analogy. I think he stays, and Jameis Winston is fun as fuck to watch.
I think he stays too. I think it's more of a Deshaun Watson having the worst contract of all time issue than the actual coach. It just didn't pan out, and he did pretty well with Flacco last year. So, and it's the Browns. I mean, who gives a shit, sir?
Yeah, as you said, I think it's more of a Watson problem. Like last year, they looked pretty good with Flacco. They've been looking all right with
Yeah,
Jameis. But then when you give Deshaun Watson 260, and they
yeah.
look like hot garbage, like it's like man, it's I don't know. Man. I think it's and I don't know if ain't nobody gonna want Deshaun. Like, and I
Oh,
don't know if they can get off that contract. So
yeah. Mike Browns.
Yeah, I agree with. Yeah, I do think that Jameis Winston is like needed in the NFL. Man, he is great. He's like such a comical guy, and he actually plays pretty darn good football. I know those picks are
them
but it's
pick
just,
sixes be bad, bro.
yeah, they are bad. But he's so great for the NFL, man. I love Jameis, and I don't think he gets fired. No, I actually like him as a head coach. I was telling one of my buddies who's a Giants fan, if Dable gets fired, would you open your arms to Stefanski? And he said, yeah, he would.
Yeah, nice. Did you see that one video circulating where it was like a high school baseball game and Jameis Winston stole home off of Max Fried while Carlos Correa was up at bat?
Hmm.
Crazy, crazy. Last one, then we'll move on to our picks. The Bengals. Are they gonna be moving on, sir?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, actually, listen, they've been offensively they've been balling out, but like you can't be scoring 30 points every game and taking L's, bro. Like, you got to make some kind of stop. So
I think he'll stay. If they hung on to Marvin Lewis for 50 million years, then
that's true, but
I agree.
they owner's kind of cheap, so I don't think they're going to like keep paying everybody.
Tim.
Yeah, I think they dumped whoever the D coordinator is in the offseason and keep everyone else.
Nas.
Yeah, I think he stays. I mean, the problem I think with them was that Jamar Chase whole thing in the offseason. I think that kind of took a toll on that locker room, but I think he stays.
Mike.
Yeah, I think he stays. He's a young head coach, like you said. The Bengals are not gonna if they didn't get rid of Marvin Lewis, they're definitely not going to get rid of Zach Taylor. What, he's like 35, 36? I mean, he's a young guy.
All right, Tim, last thing only for you. Who do you think will be the Jets head coach, and who do you want to be the Jets head coach?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, it could be anybody. I don't have anyone in particular in mind. I don't have a wish list. Just get somebody who's offensive minded, for fuck's sake. I know we keep putting defensive
Yeah, Adam
coordinators
Gase
as
is
our head
pretty
coach.
good.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, somebody who's good. None of these guys who are prodigy, like, oh, well, he was Peyton Manning's coach, so he's going to be good. Oh, he was Aaron Rodgers' coach, so he's going to be good. No, get somebody who's actually just fucking good.
You
Get
might
somebody
get
who-
the Bills offensive coordinator.
Yeah, sure, but then it'll be like, oh, it's just. But then they'll realize it's just because it's Josh Allen. Josh
Maybe
Allen's
we
really
should
fucking
stop
good.
hiring coaches who coach elite Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Like, because they're gonna be good no matter what. Like, get the guy who turns like Kellen Moore, right? Like, made
Yeah.
Dak Prescott a top 5 offense every year. Someone like that
Yeah,
is probably more.
Get somebody who coached Geno Smith and turned him good, or get somebody who Sam Darnold and turned him good.
Right.
Any of our other ex-Jet guys who are now all of a sudden good quarterbacks.
Hold on,
I'm all for bringing back Eric Mangini for you guys.
do y'all think the homie from Detroit, Ben Johnson, do you think he leaves?
Yeah, I think he gets a job somewhere. I really
I think he didn't leave last year though, right?
No,
Stayed.
he left. He came back. He said, we have unfinished business.
Yeah.
I have unfinished business here." So like, he came back this year. But do y'all think he leaves this year?
Hopefully they win the Super Bowl and then he'll leave.
I think they'll be in the Super Bowl, but I don't think they will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs will probably three-peat. All right, so let's get to our picks here. Mike at 22, 18, and 2. Nas 21 and 21. Sir, bad week. 18, 23, and 1. I'm slowly creeping back up. 17, 24, and 1. Tim at 7 and 5. We'll start from the bottom up here. We'll go with Tim. Start us off.
Alrighty, let's go. I'm going back to the Jets. Well, Jets Dolphins over 45. The Jets may stink, but they've been putting up 20-point games back-to-back weeks. And the Dolphins, as long as they're not in cold weather, have been putting up 30 points a week since Tua has been back. So I'm going over 45. We were talking about Jameis Winston before. Let's go Steelers-Browns over 44. Jameis is still going to throw TDs, I know, but doesn't matter. Probably to both teams again. Even God can't fix that. So I'm taking the over 44. And my last pick, picking on the Giants. Got the Saints minus 4.5. Kamara's going to have a field day with that defense. And Saints minus 4.5.
All right, I'm up next. I will go with Pittsburgh at home versus Cleveland minus 6.5. I think they covered by a touchdown. Revenge game for their Thursday night loss at Cleveland a couple weeks ago, so give me that one. I'm also going Philly minus 12. I know that sounds like a big number, but they've been riding high lately. Carolina's been playing better, but I just think going into Philly right now, and Philly's still eyeing that one spot. I like Philly minus 12 at home versus Carolina. And Tim, I'm going against you. I don't know why. Give me the Giants plus 4.5. I have no logic here. I have no reason. For some reason, I just think the Giants play this game close, and they got to eke out a win eventually, and I think this is it. I think they might win this game outright, but just to be safe, give me the Giants plus 4.5. So, yeah, 2 home favorites and 1 home dog. Sir.
All right, my first pick. Saying I'm riding with you, Scott. I'm going against you. Give me the Saints minus 4.5. The Giants might be the worst team in the NFL right now, bro. Come on, man. Well, like no good person going to be taking their money and bet the Giants to do nothing positive. So give me the Saints minus 4.5. Second one, I'm going Thursday night. Give me Green Bay, Detroit over 51.5. I don't know. This one just feels like a shootout. Like, especially it's in Detroit. Detroit usually puts some points in at home. So I got no real information. I just feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game on Thursday night. And the third one, give me Cincinnati, Dallas over 49.5. Another game that just feels like a high-scoring affair. The last 5 Bengal games have gone over 50 points. So I see this one being no different.
All right, Nas, you got a chance here. Take over first. Those ties are saving Mike.
I'm going to make this real short and sweet. I'm going with 3 teams from the NFC West. I'm going Arizona -2.5 against the Seahawks. I'm going Rams +4.5 at home against the Bills. And I'm going San Fran -3.5 against Chicago at home.
I love that Rams pick, Nas. It was up there for me.
Of course you do.
Coming back down to earth for the Bills, you know. And Mike,
They
go
say
on.
they're due for a shitter, so this might be the game.
Mike, go on. First place. It's been slipping away. Let's go.
So I'm gonna go with the Packers +3. I had them at 4.5. What do you have them at? Now they're at 3.5.
3.5. I have.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take them at +3.5. I think they'll win the game. Honestly, I think Detroit's pretty banged up, and just like Nas says, they're due for a loss. So, what you're saying about the Bills. Now the second pick, I'm gonna go with the Bengals -5.5 against the Cowboys. I just think their offense is so much it's almost unstoppable. Their offense, ridiculous, and your defense is not that good. I know you guys play the Giants, so you probably think it's a little bit, but not. I don't think so.
We haven't lost to the Bengals since 2004. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, all right.
Let him pick him, Scott, so I can get that first place spot. Go ahead. Let me go ahead.
And then last pick, I'm going to go with Nas. I'm going to go with Arizona -2.5. I do like Kyler Murray. It's a big game for both teams. And I think, I was thinking about maybe even taking the over in that game too. Should I just to go against Nas in case I can?
Last time I took the over on the Seahawks Cardinal game 2 weeks ago, I think there was 18 total points scored.
Scott.
Okay. All right, never mind. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals -2.5 versus the Seahawks there.
I'm trying to catch up here, nah. All right, fantasy sleeper. I'll start this. I'm going 4,800. I'm sticking with the Giants. Devin Singletary, give me. I know Tracy's been the running back, but give me Singletary to get maybe one touchdown, a few touches. So 4,800, Devin Singletary, sir.
Give me the new RB1 in San Francisco. Give me Isaac Garando, 5,400. You know what I'm saying? My man CMC, he down. Jordan Mason down. My man Shanahan likes to he knows how to run the football. So give me my man 5,400.
I'm not even going to attempt to spell that. I'm just going to look at the stats and hope that your guy does good. Tim.
Give me 5K quarterback. Mac Daddy Jones versus Tennessee. Tennessee just gave up a boatload to the Commanders, who weren't playing too well going into that game. And, it's not my pick, but I would definitely pair Brian Thomas Jr. at 5,800 with him as well.
Yeah, so Tim won't be doing the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Why?
Mike, who you got?
I'm going to go with, let's see here. I'm going to go with Myers from the Oakland Raiders, receiver. Yeah, 5,600 Myers.
Nice pick. No price Nas. Who you got? Patrick Mahomes?
No, I got. So let me give you a little backstory real quick. So on Thanksgiving Day, I put $25 on this guy to score the first touchdown.
Okay.
In your game, Scott, he ran a slant. They held him and he dropped it. My guy is Brandon Cooks.
I'm not gonna lie, Nas. I had him written down as a second person.
Me too. That was my second guy too. I was really
just let you know. I actually have a price for you, Nas. He's 4,700.
Thank you, guys.
There you go. Maybe this is the turning point. All right, since all the picks sucked last week and Cooper Rush by default pretty much got it with a touchdown pass and beating the Giants, I'm the thumbs up, thumbs down. My thumbs up is going to Leonard Williams from the Seahawks. 92-yard pick six that completely turned the game around. Good for him, man, versus his old team. Of course, that would happen. Thumbs down, man. I got two. I got Kirk Cousins for just an awful performance. And Justin Tucker. It happens quick with these kickers. He's shot, man.
He makes the field goals. Ravens cover.
Yeah, it's a shame, but that's what happens with kickers. It's kind of like goaltenders in hockey. I've said it before. 1 year, they're just not the same. It's scary how it happens. So Justin Tucker, thumbs down. And he hasn't been the same since he taunted the Chiefs in that playoff game last year. Remember that. Remember, he was warming up where he's not the same since then. So that's it. That's week 14. Really quick, Mike, what was your favorite dish on Thanksgiving that you actually ate?
There is a Spanish dish called pernil. My aunt made it. I was down in Miami for Thanksgiving, so yeah, she makes the best pernil. Obviously, I had turkey too, but yeah, the pernil I would say was the best.
Nas, how drunk did you get last Wednesday night when you went out for your high school reunions?
I didn't get that drunk, but I drunk a little bit. It was a good time. I had a good time.
Nice. Tim, what'd you do last Wednesday night?
Went to sleep. Took my medicine. I was on 3 types of painkillers. I was good to go.
You have to sleep like the Elephant Man, like with your head, your neck up, or else you just die.
No. Actually, they make you take it off. I got like a sea collar pillow over there. I lay back and on the side.
Anyone who haven't seen the Elephant Man, 1980, William Hurt and Anthony Hopkins, I believe. Black movie, true story, actually. Sir, question for you, and then we'll go. Do the Niners make the playoffs or not?
I don't know, man. I don't know. No, it's not looking the best.
It is not, and I for one am happy. All right, guys,
Wait,
that's
Scott, we
Hey,
don't ask
listen,
us questions. We
the
asked
same
you.
thing happened when the last time we made the Super Bowl. They lost. They missed the playoffs the following year, and then came right back. So we'll see what happens, man.
Scott,
All right,
what
Nas,
was your
what do you got?
favorite dish you had on Thanksgiving?
Sweet potatoes.
Candy yams?
I don't know what that means.
Did it have marshmallows?
No.
Yeah, you gotta have marshmallows.
Do we have to go through this again? I mean, what I said last week. All right, guys, enjoy.